Hi, I'm Charlotte. Nice to meet you. And I am leaving one Halloween party and going to another one. I'm in my ghost costume, so you can't really see it, but it has a ghost outline and it has two ghost eyes. And I made it. I love Halloween. I think it's super fun.
You made it yourself?
Well, kind of. I bought the dress and then I just like put the ghost costume, put the ghost wire on it and the eyes on it. So I made it out of other stuff that I didn't make. Yeah.
So tell me about, like, what is your favorite thing about Halloween?
I really like American Halloween because I'm not from here, I'm from England, and I think American Halloween is much better than British Halloween. It's really, like, it's much more creative, and I think people have a lot more fun here, and I like all the topical costumes and like the non-scary costumes and the funny costumes, and I think British Halloween is just very kind of like more dark, and there's a lot more just like witches and bats and scary stuff, and I like American Halloween. I like how kid-friendly it is here too. Yeah, it's a big change. I've been here 13 years though, so I'm getting used to it.
Nice. Do you have any crazy or funny story about any Halloween time?
Let me think. Not this Halloween. This Halloween's been pretty chill. Previous Halloweens, I can't think of one right now. Yeah, I don't know. I've had some good costumes over the years, but nothing that I feel like stands out from a normal Halloween.
I see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you have any favorite Halloween that it would stay with you through your whole life, that you had a good time?
Yeah. It was not a Halloween party, but I did go to a costume party once that I won't forget, which was where it was a fairy tale fantasy theme, and the people running the party were taking it very seriously, and everyone was dressed up really nice. Me and my friend went as a unicorn, but we did it like a pantomime horse. So she was the front of the unicorn, and I was the back of the unicorn, and we like put a sheet over ourselves. We did this whole big like horse. We went in and we were charging around the apartment, and nobody knew who we were because they couldn't see us under the costume, and people were just like really laughing, and it was great because we were just being really silly. And then somebody tried to sit on my back. Yeah, that was pretty fun. So I won't forget that. But that wasn't actually Halloween. That was just I don't know, kind of just a costume party that somebody had. That was a long time ago, but I won't forget that one. That was really fun.
And because I'm not from around here, and like, I don't know, like, people from what other places they're watching this channel, like, any history or any kind of information overall about Halloween do you have?
Well,
The roots, like, where it came from, how...
I feel like I should know this because I think maybe it's like Scottish, Irish, I don't know. But we didn't really celebrate Halloween growing up. Like in England, it wasn't, in the 80s and 90s, it wasn't a very big thing, and there wasn't really a lot of Halloween, it wasn't really trick-or-treating, and I always saw it as an American holiday. I always thought it was an American holiday, and I didn't really do anything for Halloween until I moved here, actually. A little bit in Scotland, but mostly when I moved here. So yeah, I didn't really, when I was a kid, I remember like I didn't really understand that much about like American Halloween, and I would see it in movies and stuff, and I would see kids dressing up and trick-or-treating, and we just didn't do it to the same extent. So I definitely know there wasn't any trick-or-treating in England when I was growing up, but I think there is now. I think it's different. I think it's changed. I think British people have started to take on Halloween more, but when I was growing up, it wasn't very popular at all, and I really like it, so I'm glad that I live here.
One thing that you don't like about Halloween, like, what is one thing that makes problems or issues?
One thing I don't like, yeah, I don't like the trash. I don't like all the like single-use plastic, and I do have some single-use plastic in my costume, but like, yeah, I feel like it makes me buy stuff that ends up getting thrown out. Like there's a lot of waste. I don't like that. So it's my least favorite thing. All the candy wrappers.
And what would be safety message that you would have for people when it's Halloween?
Like a safety message?
Yeah, like
what do you mean?
to people be safe, or people don't get in trouble, or people don't do something bad, disrespectful, or something,
You know,
like
people.
fun. But that's one thing that is may stand out in your mind, and you would say you wish this would be like this. It would be a little better.
I guess I don't have too many real safety concerns about Halloween, but sometimes I think about like kids running around in the dark and there's cars and traffic and I want people to be lit up so we can see them, so that I worry about kids being out on the street in the dark, mostly because of the traffic, but not too much. Just be visible. Get a light up costume. You're all good.
Nice. Tell us more detail about what people do in Halloween, the culture.
Yeah, so I guess it's good for me because I learn about it when I moved here, really, and there is a tradition of having scary costumes or scary decor or stuff, but one thing I really like is I got to meet a lot of my neighbors this year for Halloween. So I was home, I was at my house, and we opened up the garage door and we put out candy and treats and decor, and a lot of our neighbors came by and we got to meet people, and it was really nice because I don't meet them a lot of the time. So I really like the tradition of you go to people's houses, take the kids to people's houses, say trick or treat, collect candy, and then you just have a chat and you meet your neighbors, because you don't often go over to people's houses, and I'm never sitting out on my front porch. It's just not something I do, but on Halloween I do, and it's nice, and I really love getting to create a costume. I always like to have a homemade costume. A lot of people, I guess, will buy them, but I like to make it.
You want to be creative.
Yeah, it's just really fun. I like to dress up. I like to do something that I just don't normally do, and just have something out of the ordinary. I work in a school. We had loads of kids came in dressed up for Halloween, and it was fun. It was really fun. There's a lot of holidays at this time of year, but I like Halloween.
The kids are just going to people's houses, getting candies from them.
Yep, that's it. Walk along the street, go knock on your neighbor's door, or more likely see your neighbors who are outside. I was sitting outside my house with a table. I had a tray of adult food, healthier food, fruit and veg and crackers and stuff, and then a tray of candy, and people would just come by and say trick or treat, and I would say, hey, you can get some carrot sticks or you can get some candy. Most of the kids took candy, but we did actually have 2 kids that came by, and they were so excited by the carrots and the radishes and the mini cucumbers. I think they had too much candy, because by the time they got to our place they were like, oh my goodness, look at this, and they were eating the vegetables and they were like, this is so good. That's pretty unusual. They were the only kids. All the other kids took the candy.
That's interesting.
One family that came by took the vegetables.
I think I don't have any other questions.
All right.
Do you have any other things to add into about Halloween? We still have 15 minutes. It's 3 p.m.
Yeah.
We have to rush it.
I guess I'm curious, I don't have anything else to add. I want to ask you stuff, though. Do I get to ask you?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I want to know what your experience of Halloween is. Did you grow up with Halloween? Is it something that's
no. I've just seen people over here. Who, people are dressing up and painting their face, making something. I know now I know that's only for fun, for people who wants to have a break from other part of life and just for fun. But I grew up in Afghanistan, and the only thing I knew about Halloween, the Halloween movies.
Right, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other people around the world, they think the same way. Halloween something is scary.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, Halloween is very strange thing. Getting a kind of know what other people are doing. What is this? It is a religious holiday, a religious thing or something.
it's just culture. What is this for? You know?
Yeah.
For me, that's what I don't know.
I think it definitely has a religious like history, but now it feels like a completely secular holiday. Like I don't think there's any religious aspect left to Halloween really, and there's definitely the kind of like scary costumes or the scary decorations, but like the thing I really like about it is just the time to dress up as something different, like you say, just for fun and like outside of regular life.
Yes.
And I really like it when people pick something that's really unusual, that like my friend dressed up as avocado toast. just like really weird, just really random costumes. I love it. I just think it's really creative and funny. My other friend dressed up as a stick of corn. And it's just to be, I don't know, it's just to be out of the ordinary. I like that.
Yeah, but it used to be more like about death or about some other scary things,
Yeah,
right?
it used to be more like, I think it's like scaring away the bad spirits with other scary things. I don't actually know. I really don't know the history of it very much. But I think that's where it came from. And then I think there's still definitely like a scary element, and like people, like I don't really watch horror movies and stuff, but I feel like people that are into horror or into that kind of stuff, they're gonna watch it around Halloween time. But for me, I just think there's a lot more fun around Halloween than there is the kind of horror part of it.
Yeah, Halloween is like known for, I kind of got famous for horror. Only during the Halloween, the scary movies are coming out.
Yeah, and that's not part of my Halloween experience at all. My Halloween is dressing up and wearing ridiculous clothes and dancing and hanging out with kids, the kids I work with, and just like seeing all their different creative costumes. Yeah, that's what I like.
That's good.
Yeah, but I do always wonder about Halloween. Like, I wonder how it appears to outsiders, because I think even growing up in England, because England is so, or was and still is, I guess, so like dominated by American culture, that even though Halloween wasn't my culture growing up, I was still really familiar with it.
I see.
And I don't know what it's like, how it appears to people who are just really don't have Halloween or like outside of it.
Yeah, for me, in our culture and in my country, we don't have Halloween.
Yeah.
And to a lot of people, it would just not make no sense because they would not know what is going on.
Yeah.
Other than that, so we are done with our interview.
Amazing. Well, thank you. Subscribe to Chat Passenger. It was really fun to talk to you.
Thank you.